As we see a pair of Ferraris leave us in the dust, we have just left Wolcott, running north on Colorado 131, on our way to Yampa, and a little bit further north where we cut across and back in to Trappers Lake. We've never been this direction in before to the Flat Tops. So we'll take some shots for you on the way in. There we see our navigator, Rocky J. Squirrel, in flight, telling us which way to go, which way not to go, because he's got a better viewpoint way up high. Bye-bye, Rocky J. Squirrel. We know Bullwinkles in California. We have some interesting coloration here on the topography. In this next valley we will be passing through. It's a beautiful day. Real hot in Denver. Luckily we're up here on our way to 11,000 feet, where it shall be much, much more tolerable. Check you out later for some great fishing adventures with the Trout Brothers. Heading north to hook up with County Road 16 to go across Duckley Pass and into the valley where the White River runs, and we will meet up with Trappers Road on the way in to our Saturday destination at Trappers Lake. As you can see, County Road 16, a scenic byway, is dirt, gravel, all the way up and over Duckley Pass into the White River Valley. But it does cut off about 40 miles from the other route that we usually take in. So we shall see you later down the road when we reach the White River Valley. We should be seeing those peaks somewhere within the next 3 or 4 days as we go across the top of the Flat Tops. We'll pan across here and give you the view of breathtaking beauty. Here we are at base camp for tomorrow's hike. Saturday evening. We'll be zooming in here on the amphitheater. The last time Mike and I were here was in 2001, and that was before the fire. It looks like extensive damage was done to some of the most beautiful, beautiful country and beautiful scenery in this part of Colorado. I just can't believe the devastation and destruction. Where all these trees once were green in 2001, now, 2006, about the same time we were here last time, maybe a little earlier, that No green. But the wildflowers underneath the canopy have started to brilliantly bloom. And we are very, very lucky to get to see some of the most beautiful, beautiful flowers. Pan and look through the little valley of flowers here.
Finish. Usually tell a bad start is a good finish. I might be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
You guys have a good one. We'll see.
You too, my friend. Here we are, Sunday morning, on the way up to the top of the flat tops, letting a pack train go by. Access into the wilderness area is only on foot or by horseback. So proper planning is essential for a safe, successful trip. Show you a little of the trail we're working on, getting to the top. Nope. Michael and I are going to dub this rock Wizard's Peak. Wizard's Peak. The wizard is looking out over the valley. Through here, it goes up over there. You can see it skirting the ridge. In, on the top. Well, we finally made it up the trail. 2 hours for about 3 miles. Found us a nice little spot to camp. We're gonna go over to Wall Lake, which is behind me here, later on this afternoon to do some fishing. The trip was fairly strenuous, but it was a good workout. We're enjoying the scenery and the beauty. Thanks for tuning in to High Country Fishing. Come on, breeze. We need a little more breeze from Mother Nature. Pull some of these bugs away here. Bacon and cheese sandwich. Our little food bag. We're getting ready to prepare food storage away from wandering critters and bears. Going to string it from one tree to another tree and free hang it in the middle so that the squirrels can't crawl across the rope and try to get into our food here. An essential task when you're up here in bear country, mountain lion country. Who knows what else you might see along the lines of the wildlife up here. Hopefully we get lucky enough to see a lot of it. The end of day one. Well, the morning of day one. Having some food, getting some storage, get ready to go do some fishing at Wall Lake. See if Michael's trick and his special technique can catch a couple of fish for me like it did him in 2001, the last time we were here. Step my way. This way. Get tighter to the trunk of the tree. Yeah, just tie it around that log. Pull tight. Okay, no, we want to put the food in it, roll it up.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
We'll have enough slack in it. I can get that branch right there.
That one right here?
Alright. But then all the way down to the side.
Beautiful. I got it.
Oh, it came through? Yep.
And if I walk this way,
That way.
the other way?
That way. Up against the branch. There you go. Now slack it down again. That's good. We'll hook it. That's good. Go ahead. Yeah, grab it with something.
Like the other rope. I got my fishing pole.
Oh yeah, you fish full. Might be able to reach it.
You know, as MacGyver would say, I got a natural grappling hook.
Perfect.
Well, now that we're almost finished eating, we're almost ready to leave to go fish at Wall. We got a couple of minor things to get done. So we'll see you later on down the trail, closer to Wall Lake. Thank you for tuning in. We're at Wall Lake. Sunday afternoon. Our first day up on the flat tops. Oh wow. Michael caught a leech. Although we're looking for fish, not leeches. Nice cast. Now you're getting it out there. Finally at Wall Lake, fishing this afternoon, day one. Michael's trying his luck with a spin cast reel and a spinner. Getting some cloud cover coming over. Wish the breezes would pick up a little bit so it would chase off these gnarly mosquitoes. They are really hungry and they're eating us alive. But beautiful, calm day. We'll see if we can catch some fish here at Wall Lake. Get to see some people horseback riding up onto the mountain. Well, we're leaving Wall Lake, headed back to camp. A short little day fish. The fish were not cooperating. They were pretty finicky, and the mosquitoes were atrocious. We'll see you back at camp. Here we are coming to the close of day one. We had a 3-mile hike up, running about 2,300 feet in elevation to the top here. Kind of strenuous, but a beautiful morning for it. Then we had some lunch, and then we hiked over to Wall Lake, another 2 miles in that direction, and tried our hand at fishing. The fish were pretty finicky today. We didn't see anything. We didn't have any hits, but that's not because we didn't try. But over at Wall, the mosquitoes are intense, real intense, almost as bad as Hungry Horse in Montana, which is tough. So tomorrow we'll be heading on down the trail this direction and trying to camp at Upper Marvine Trailhead. Want to thank you for tuning in today. Sunset day number 1. Monday morning, day 2. Hiking from here to the trailhead above Marvine Lakes. Beautiful morning. Gonna finish our breakfast, pack up our gear, put out our fire, and get ready to head out. See you down the trail at our next stop, maybe our next break, maybe our next place to catch fish. Thank you for tuning in to High Country Fishing. Well, from here on out is virgin territory for the Trout Brothers. We've never been through this section of this trail or across this portion of the Flat Tops ever before. Monday morning, day 2. I'm your host, Dennis Norton, here with Mike Ambrosic. See you later down the trail. Here we see Michael following me up the trail, passing one of the small lakes. We'll see on this week's journey. We're stopping for our first little break on the trail today. We have chosen Twin Lakes as our first break. This is a beautiful, beautiful day. Michael's changing film in the camera. And that's Big Marvine Peak, which is our landmark that we're hiking to. But a beautiful little area for you today. Here's another one of the lakes we're passing on the trail today. Things are rising in the lake, but we don't think they're fish. I think they're just insects emerging in a shallow lake. So we'll return to the trail that direction. There goes the trail up over that next hill. Another lake that has no fish. Is that a buck? The last one? That should be the last of them. Come over the top. There's the buck right there. Let you get a look at our surroundings now that we've come to the end of the trail for the day. We're getting some rain. Looks like to the, would be the southeast of us, of our position right here. Interesting cloud formations right over here. Check this out. Beautiful. Look at all of that. End of the trail, day 2. This is Monday. Passed a lot of little lakes on the way over. Didn't see any fish. But we did see something hitting the top of the water. And while gathering water down at the small lake just over the rise here, we found out what it was. Looks like a lot of frogs that are in the tadpole stage, just getting ready to emerge as frogs. They still have tails, but all the appendages are out. Hopefully tomorrow, we'll be making the trek down to Upper and Lower Marvine Lakes to do a day of fishing. These lakes are reputed to have a lot of fish, and you can keep as many brookies as you can catch because they are endangering the native cutthroat populations in both of these lakes. So, Mike, how do you think the trail's been so far?
It has been mosquitoed.
To say the least.
All those ponds without any fish in them really breed a lot of insects.
Oh, down here on this lake, there were the little blue dragonflies, and they were all in mating.
Oh, really?
They were all doubled up, all of them, all
of
across the lake.
We need more of them.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And then, but those little tadpoles look a lot like alligators swimming in that water. Yeah, their legs are floating down there just like an alligator, and their tails doing that little swimming motion like gators. And the front legs, instead of being like a frog out front, they're like this. They're hanging down like this. Like they're dragging them just like a gator. So that was pretty interesting to see. I want to go down and get some shots of those. Here we see one of the trail markers along the trail that we're following. I'll zoom in and let you see it more closely. Give you a look at some of the pretty flowers that we get to see along the trail. They're high above a lake where I pumped water earlier this afternoon when we set up camp. I'll pan and give you a look at this lake that I'm going to go down and take some video of the amphibians that are swimming in the lake. On my first trip down here this afternoon, I saw what looks to be tadpoles. And we're going to go down and investigate to see if what I saw was what I saw. As we say goodbye to this little lake for the day, I want to thank you for joining us here to explore the salamanders in this high mountain lake. Let you see a little of the scenery on my way back to camp. I'll pan. The lake I just left. We'll zoom in on Michael, who's at camp. Tomorrow's a fishing day at Marvine, and we'll camp here again tomorrow night. Well, thank you for tuning in. Good morning. Day 3, Tuesday morning. Taking the hike down to Marvine Lakes, upper and lower. It should be about a 5-mile hike and a 1,200-foot drop in elevation. We have not seen the trail. Hopefully it isn't real steep, so it's not real steep for us on the way back. But we hope to catch a lot of fish, see a lot more, and see some great scenery and some wildlife. So tune in with us later, down the trail. Thank you for tuning in to High Country Fishing. Show you a little bit of the trail down to Marvine. Michael's stopping to take some photos. And I'm going to do a little video up here. Big Marvine Peak there in the background. A little waterfall we've come across coming down the valley. We'll be following this creek down to Upper Marvine Lake. As you see Michael proceeding down the trail. Another little ford we have to cross to get down to Marvine, down the trail that way. I'll show you a little bit of the water above us. And where we just came down. Show you to where we've got to. We're at the outlet of Lower Marvine Lake. It was about 7-8 mile hike to get here, all down. Beautiful country. Met some hikers on the way down, or some backpackers, and they said the fishing was real good in this spot, and they lost a 4-pound brookie in this stretch here.
Sounds like fish fry.
Off of flies, and they said if you catch him, they got 3 flies in him. We'll see if Michael can catch that brookie and get back them flies. Be an interesting trick. We'll catch Michael fly fishing here. See if he can catch a fish for us.
jerked it right out of his mouth. I can't see it. Got one. Had been hung up on a rock.
Michael's caught a fish. Showing the other camera too. Hold on. Yeah. And the release of the first measurable fish today here on High Country Fishing. Is that a snag or is that a fish? Did you let him go?
He got underneath the log and apparently got his back up. Underneath there, he did.
Got one. Right on. This one's on a pretty nice little one. Catch this on camera. Nice little brookie. Just a little one, but nice and fat. See if I can coax another one out of over there. Yeah, he chased it. Look at that, I hooked a rock. Rock fishing. Bit thinner, but at the same time, we'll see if we can make it a trifecta. Got one more out of here. He's got one. That just got him another one. Higher. Another beautiful little brookie.
Little leaves.
Got it?
Keep it, keep it. All right, now bring him on up.
That's a beauty. Oh, I hooked him bad too. It's gonna be a blind brook. There's a beauty. Makes this walk a little bit worthwhile.
Come out of the way. Thinking we're going that way.
Yeah, it meets up with the trail right up here.
Roger that.
As we leave Lower Marvine Lake. Got one brookie out of the lake. The other's out of the stream below it. Give you one last look at the lake through the trees. Now to fish Upper Marvine, up in this little valley, on our way back to camp. Thank you for tuning in to High Country Fishing. We'll see you later down the trail.
See the other one?
Yeah, I see them trailing each other. Michael's got him a beautiful fish. Where'd it go? Michael caught a monster. Oh, now that is a beauty.
Oh, he broke it.
It's okay, I got him.
Got off.
I got him. That was a beauty. He's still there.
Yeah.
There's the one. He tried to lift on shore, but got away.
That was 4 pounds.
That was a big one. He'll catch another one. Michael on the other side of the lake. Scoping it out. It's kind of windy. Water's real choppy. Kind of hard to see a fly, kind of hard to see the fish. Doubly makes it tough to catch one. We're at Upper Marvine Lake. About 9,300 something feet here, high in the Flat Tops Wilderness. Thank you for tuning in to High Country Fishing. Well, thunder in the background. That's our cue to leave. We're leaving Upper Marvine Lake now. We caught brookies below it. We caught brookies below Lower Marvine in the river. Caught a brookie in Lower Marvine. It was pretty good size. And Michael caught a huge cutthroat out of Upper Marvine, which makes the trip very successful. So we'll leave you here at Marvine Lake and see you when we get back to camp. Thank you for tuning in to High Country Fishing. There's more of the trail up here. We're almost getting home to the top. Strenuous hike if you've used a lot of energy like we have today. The fishing was worth it. So was the hike. Thank you for tuning in.
Little cage. Pepper. Easy on the garlic. Easy on the garlic. Sweet onion powder. I love this stuff. Throw a little, just a touch of oregano and basil. Bam! Whoop. Stir it all in there.
Well, we're back at camp. Michael's going to start working on dinner. I'm going to go down and pump some water. What a strenuous afternoon today was. The backside of Lower Marvine is rugged to say the least. I'd even call it worse than rugged. It took us a long time just to traverse the backside. We used an extra lot of energy, which we shouldn't have used. But we caught some good fish. I got a nice brookie on that backside. And then we came out on the other side of Upper Marvine, and Michael caught a monster cutthroat. We estimate maybe a 3 or 4 pounder. It was big. It was real big. And 2 other bigger ones got away. So today we've had a pretty good day fishing. And we caught 8 for you on camera, and 3 or 4 off camera, and about 6 or 7 got away. So tune in to us tomorrow when we move from here to Oyster Lake. This is the end of day 3, Tuesday, high in the Flat Tops. Thank you for tuning in. For Michael and myself, Dennis, to High Country Fishing. Good day.